Everyone, I have terrible news. It's not going well for me.
Oh, Lord, this again?
I'm having seasonal allergies, and I'm not handling it well.
I'm surprised that you're actually saying the phrase I'm having seasonal allergies. I'm very proud of you for this is the first year that you're acknowledging it.
For someone who doesn't have seasonal allergies, it's remarkable that I'm having them this year.
Like you do every year. But yeah, Shane woke up and he was like, I think I'm sick. And we've deduced.
Call the doctor.
And then I was like, why don't you take an allergy pill? He took one, and then like an hour later, he was like, I think I'm getting better. So that's remarkable. That's so good.
I don't know if the allergy pill had anything to do with it.
Uh-huh.
That could have just been like
a fluke.
Correlation does not mean causation. Okay, so Hannah and I were recently interviewed for a podcast, and on that podcast, the topic of codependency came up. And Hannah and I took the position that we've always felt, we are very codependent on one another, but we feel like it's a positive thing.
Yeah.
Because, as husband and wife and best friends, we think it's a good thing that we want to spend all of our time together.
Yeah.
So we chatted about that. And then after the interview, Hannah and I have just been chatting about, are we codependent? So I looked up the word codependent today.
Yeah.
Guys, it doesn't mean what I thought it meant. Can you read the definition?
It's bad. Okay. A psychological condition or a relationship in which a person manifesting low self-esteem and a strong desire for approval has an unhealthy attachment to another, often controlling or manipulative person, such as a person with an addiction to alcohol or drugs.
Do you think, Hannah, that we are codependent by the actual definition of codependency?
No, absolutely not. But I'm like, why did we keep saying that we were codependent?
I feel like the term codependency has kind of morphed in how it's used.
Yeah.
Like it's become much more casual to use the word to mean like very attached to. Mm-hmm. So today, rather than figuring out are we actually codependent, because we're not.
Yeah.
I mean, I have super high self-esteem, and Hannah is not a controlling, manipulative person.
Why didn't you do it the other way around?
What
if I'm the one with low self-esteem and you're the controlling one?
Oh my god. We're codependent. No, but rather than figuring out do we medically have codependency, we're gonna ask ourselves if our level of obsession with one another is healthy. Mm-hmm. Is it weird? Mm-hmm. Is it okay? Mm-hmm. And we have a series of questions that we've come up with to ask. We didn't come up with the questions, but these are questions that couples can use to analyze, if their relationship is a normal amount of okay.
I glanced at these and it's not looking good.
Oh, hot.
It's not looking good.
All right, here we go.
Do we struggle to spend time apart without feeling anxious or upset? Okay, define how long is time apart?
Yeah,
I'm happy to go to the mall.
Without me.
Without you.
Yeah.
But do they mean a week? Because I would 100% be anxious about that.
If I found out right now that Hannah was going to be gone for one full day tomorrow, it would ruin my day today. Actually. I would be upset.
But how much of that is caregiving stuff where you'd be oh, now I have to figure out another, what if Andrew was here and it was you're going to spend a day with Andrew and I'm going to spend a day?
Are you manipulating me based on my needs? That sounds like codependency. No, I mean, yeah, there's a level of you are the best at my caregiving. And so I want you to do it. But what I was thinking about was what will I do all day?
Yeah.
Who will I talk to?
I know.
Who will I watch my movie with at night?
Yeah.
Who will I eat with?
I saw, yes, the idea that we would miss our TV time together. Anyway.
But also we do separate activities during the day often.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Even though we prefer to be in the same room.
But for I don't want to get too into each question because there's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Have we drifted away from friendships, hobbies, or activities we used to enjoy separately? I don't think so.
No, not really.
I don't think so.
I mean, some friendships that just by circumstance with living in a different area or not being in college anymore.
I think that was more so this was an issue when we were long distance because we would be I definitely ignored people I was physically around to just be texting you, which we've discussed.
I skipped many a hangout with Pat to FaceTime with you.
Yeah.
Which I think is a good thing. Sorry, Pat. But once into FaceTime with the girl that I was falling in love with.
Yeah, that's normal.
Feels normal.
Yeah, 100%. Do we feel guilty? Oh, wait, no. Do we rely on each other for all our emotional needs instead of having a broader support system? I mean, probably a little bit more than a broader support system. But we definitely have other people that we talk about our emotions with for sure.
Yeah, people that we can vent to about things. I would say I rely on you for 90% of my emotional support.
Yeah.
When does it become a problem? 95? 96? I don't know.
89?
70? Who knows?
Who knows?
Any doctors out there?
Do we feel guilty or suspicious when the other person does something without us?
No.
No.
Unless
Suspicious,
it's something,
no.
like if Hannah went out without me and decided to go to a soccer game that she knows I love
I'd feel guilty.
and didn't invite me,
I'd feel really bad.
I would feel guilty.
Yeah. The only time
I mean, not guilty, I'd feel mad.
You'd feel mad. That's not the question. The only time I ever feel guilty is if I'm like out at the mall with like a friend or my mom and I want to get like lunch or something and I know that you're at home and like we haven't really discussed it and you haven't eaten and I'm like, should I just go ahead and have my lunch and like you're at home, then I feel bad. But that's, again, it's more of a disability thing of like, we didn't plan for this. Like, if he's hungry, I should,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
I have a similar thing that I feel guilty about, which is like, if you're away for a meal, like let's say you and Kirsten are doing something around dinner time,
Yeah.
and I am planning to order dinner for myself, I will feel bad if I order from a place that I know you would have loved.
That's nice.
So like, I won't order from our favorite Indian place.
Yeah, because then you'll have had, like, there's a certain rhythm to our ordering, and you don't, like, then I'll have to miss one. So that's nice.
I hope that the people watching are just like, oh my God. What is wrong with them?
But it's okay, we're happy, so you don't have to be upset.
To take me like feeling this way.
We like feeling this way. Have we made major life decisions mostly based on keeping close to each other, even if it wasn't the best for us individually? Well, yeah.
Well,
I
I
guess.
moved halfway across the country.
Yeah, during
at first.
halfway through my junior year of college. Was that the best for us individually?
I don't
Probably
know,
not.
but it turned out to be the best thing
We
for
wouldn't
us.
have ever started our YouTube channel at that time. Like, we
Yeah.
wouldn't have had all the memories in our first apartment.
No, it was definitely good for us that we did it when we did.
And we were falling apart long distance because we are so.
I'm getting defensive about these. I'm like, we made
You're like,
big decisions,
screw
but
you.
like, so what? It's a good thing.
Well, that's normal. Who doesn't make decisions based on
Well,
keeping close to their
Yeah.
partner? Okay. Do we talk about each other constantly, even when we're with other people? No, I don't think so. No.
No, like, I chat with my brother and,
You're not bringing
and
me
Sarah
up.
about like, other stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, Andrew.
Guess what
That's
Hannah
what
said?
Hannah did.
Have we stopped growing individually because we're focused only on the relationship?
Like physically? Like, are we not getting bigger?
I don't think we have. I think
No.
we still like grow. Yeah.
Like recently you were like, I'm going to try to learn piano again.
Yeah, we definitely do things
Yeah.
about ourselves.
And recently I was like, I'm going to learn how to read.
You do read a lot. Do we get defensive or uncomfortable when someone points out how often we're together?
Shut the heck up. Shit doesn't matter.
I don't know. I would probably be like, what the heck?
People
That's my
don't-
husband you're talking
Yeah,
about.
people don't do that, so.
I would just feel bad for them. I'd be like, sorry.
I guess you never found a love like ours.
Guess you didn't.
Guess you never found a codependent love like ours.
You should try it. Would we feel lost or unsure of who we are without the relationship?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that again, I think that's not unhealthy.
No.
Like, if you've been with your partner for years, like we're going on 10 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, if that ended, that would be
change
a huge
everything.
life adjustment.
Yeah. And I'm sure we would eventually find a new
Path, yeah.
like a sense of self or whatever it is. But yeah, it would 100% be extremely turbulent
Yeah.
if we broke up or whatever.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm going with if we broke up because the only way that this would ever happen is if one of us died, but we don't need to say that. So I'm like pretending like if we broke up.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be like if we died.
I don't know. If you become too clingy, I might like back up a bit. I might end things. Like I'd be free.
Are we trying to fix or complete parts of ourselves through the other person instead of doing it internally?
Yeah, that's called emotional support.
Fix
I mean, well,
the
no.
other person? I don't even understand this question.
Wait, we're trying to fix?
Fix parts of ourselves through the other person instead of doing it internally? What does that mean?
I don't know. No, I don't think we're doing
I don't
that.
think I'm trying to fix anything.
I think when we have emotional problems, we talk to each other about them.
That's true. the other night I was venting and you wanted to go to bed. We had a little bit of a fight because Shane was like, I really don't want to talk about this right now. It had to do with work. And I was like, well, I want to talk about it right now and I want to talk about it with my husband. And he was like, well, can't we discuss it during work hours? And I was like, no, normal people get to vent to their husbands about work and you happen to be there for both. So I'm going to vent to you right now.
I was literally like, my eyes were dozing off as I'm falling asleep.
And I'm in the bed
And I was like, I would like to vent now about this thing that we can't solve.
Yeah, I'm like, wasn't this so annoying? Yeah, so I guess in that way, I do try to, I wanted to vent to my husband.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe just not when we're falling asleep at night. Maybe we can schedule venting time.
So I think the verdict is maybe it's a little much, but what's the alternative? We try to keep each other at arm's distance.
Yeah.
For what? The possibility that we're not together in the future? Like, I'm confused about that.
To maintain my sense of self?
Yeah, I don't need a sense of self. if the day comes where I need a sense of self, I'll figure it out. But right now, I'm happy to not have one.
Bye, everyone. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Shane. We are Shanna.
We're Shanna. I don't remember what my old name used to be. I remember he used to be happy. He had direction. Now he's just living for her. Aww. Living as her.
See, we're not there yet.
Okay, happy to be with everyone.
Bye, everyone.